Hello and welcome back to Black Dice Gaming. Today we're going to be looking at Stormbringer issue number 10. This is the current one and the last one in the last batch that I've just had. This one comes with the Xandria's Truth Seekers. This is the sprue here, so there's a total of 4 models, 4 sculptured bases. One of them is sort of a bird. I'm not quite sure just yet whether or not it's a hawk or an eagle or maybe a falcon or something along those lines. And then the other 3 are characters. So the package is already open because this is the second cut. The first one sort of corrupted on me, so unfortunately you're not going to see me cut it open for the first time. But I'm sure you can forgive me that. So, opening up here, we've got just one page of the reading material. This is the Stormcast Eternals Part 3. We now have the, for those of us that have subscribed, you should have got the folder with this batch of deliveries. So we can now start putting them into some sort of order and making some sense of the reading sections. Moving on here, we've got the information on the Xandria's Truth Seekers, a little bit of backstory and so on and so forth. You can roll here for giving them a reason to battle. And you can't generate a name for these because these are named characters, but they have filled the names in for you with the corresponding model pictured next to it. Then very simple how to build instructions. These again look like push fit models. I'm pretty much given up with the push fit. I'm going to start cutting off the nibs completely and just gluing them together. Start off okay, but as the issues have progressed, it's become more and more tedious pushing them together, especially some of the spikier ones. Trying to get enough pressure on to push them together is quite difficult, and it can hurt your fingers. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to snip them and glue them together like I feel is right. Then we're moving on to the how to paint section. Now again, it's suggesting that we undercut these in gold. Not entirely sure that that's the right thing to do, but that's what it's saying. And if you're a beginner, then do what it says in here, because this will only ever use the colours that you've already got. So continue doing it. Although, the good thing about doing the Stormcasts in gold is quite a lot of the armour is going to be gold anyway, so that's at least half of that done for you. But it does suggest painting the bird in the Corex white. And again, I'd completely agree. That's probably, with the colours that I've got, that's definitely the way I would do it. Anyway, it goes on to show you other colours that you'd use. You're using the Cantor blue that we've got. We're using the lead belcher that we've got, the Kakan flesh that we've got, and again the white towards the end there as well. And when you've done that, you follow the instructions, and you should have something that looks along these lines here, which isn't too bad. It's you can see what's happening. The sooner we get some sort of flesh for these models, the better, really. Moving on here, we're moving on to the units, abilities, and war scrolls. It just explains a little bit about what war scrolls are and how to use them. Some information on using companions, because we've got a few models with companions now. And then we've used champions and special models, and then the standard bearers and musicians, and what benefits they can have to the unit. Also mentions here about units with special weapons, and it gives you some examples just here, and some explanation as to what that actually is. And then we're moving on to the playthrough section, using the new models that you've just got in this issue, and the Knight Arcanum, or I think it is. But then on the Cruel Boy side, you've got a good selection of models. You've got the Cruel Boys, the Hobgrop Slitters, and the Swamp Collar Shaman with his Potgrot. And then it gives you the more detailed war scrolls for the Stormcast, run through how to go through the turn, and then indeed you've got the same again for the Cruel Boys, their war scrolls and their turn phases as well. And moving on, we've got the last page here is always whether or not it's a victory or indeed a draw, if that's possible. And then coming up in future issues, we have the Beast Sewer Kilbo. That is a model I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on, adding it to the current. I'm more interested in the Cruel Boy side of this than I am the Storm casts, and I'm not getting rid of them. I'll do them some other time, another project. But I'm doing these in a kind of slap chop method. So I'm testing that out, and it's working really well. And if you want to see how my models are turning out, then I've got most of them up on the YouTube already, so you can see what they look like. But yeah, both of these models I'm looking forward to getting hold of. This is Chariot's very, very different to anything I've painted so far. But to have a War Machine is going to be quite interesting as well. We'll look forward to those. So I'm going to go away and get these models built up, and then I shall be back with the finished articles. So I shall see you in a few. Okay, so welcome back, and here we go. Here's the made up models. This one with a nice lantern. Now I did go against what I said, because they actually start to go push together really well. But this is an example of exactly why I'm not keen on the push fit models. So you push them together, you can get that much tighter grip there. So that's just going to require just a little bit of glue. Hold it in place till it sets, just to get a proper seal. But this is the problem I'm coming across with a lot of these push fit models. A bit of cleaning up to do, but quite nice striking pose. This was probably the trickiest one to build because there was some positioning issues I had with the arms, but nothing too strenuous really. But nice looking model. And then we've got the one with the big bow. Now I would suggest being extremely careful when popping this one together. For some reason the arms are quite tricky to sort of get into position, and I've snapped the bow. Sorry, I've snapped the arrow. Just you can hardly make it out. It's very just there. You can just see there. So I'm going to have to do some work on that to put that one. And then I've dropped him, so that makes it even better to put that right. But there we go. And this is a nice model. This is really nice. I'm probably going to paint this one up actually, because it would be nice just to do something different for a change. But yeah, quite impressed. Anyway, that's the selection for this week. If you've enjoyed, or you want to see how I paint especially the orcs, they're the ones I'm concentrating on, then please like and subscribe. Looking forward to maybe doing a few live videos, see how they go. So yeah, hopefully I shall catch you in the next one.